Hello folks and welcome. Filming in 4K 200%. Adjust your YouTube player accordingly. Today's date is June 10th, 2025. Things change in time. So today I'm going to talk about the experimental Wayland display server environment. You will find that there are several settings that are different. And some of my tips and tricks don't work properly in here either, but I have two of them with a workaround for you. And they're absolutely in a certain sequence. So if you skip around on this video, you may not grasp a hold of those specific settings. So I do recommend that you watch the video in its entirety. Again, filming in 4K, subscription logo is in the corner. So if you'd like to log into the Wayland desktop environment, that's what I'll talk about first. Why am I doing this? I'm looking for an icon. So on your login screen, I'm saying that twice, you're going to look for this icon here, the circle with mountains on it. You'll click that and you'll have three choices. Default is X11, software rendering, and then experimental Wayland. And it will hold those settings even after you log out and log back in, unless you physically change those. So you can always confirm that if you had logged out and selected the default, this would change to X11, where it says display server. But if it continually says Wayland on it, then you need to log back out and again pick default, which is X11. While I have this open, my observation on this system, because I logged into both X11 and Wayland on this system to confirm this, is in the General tab, there's a missing option in Wayland, which is restart Cinnamon after it uses X amount of memory. That option is not here in Wayland, but it is in the X11 on the same machine. Also on the same machine, I have some tips and tricks for you and workarounds. If you have been watching my 500 plus videos, let me talk about a couple of them. Hazel is our user for today, is just a made-up name. If I need to make these icons bigger or smaller on the fly, if I was in the X11 environment, all I would do is hold down the Control key and use my computer mouse scroll wheel to scroll up and down to resize these. That works just fine on the same machine. But when I'm logged into Wayland, it does not work. So I have a workaround for you. And hopefully you're not skipping around on this video because these keys need to be done in sequence, or at least that's my observation. Control, Shift, scroll wheel on your computer mouse will resize icons on the fly. If you press the Shift first, then the Control key, and then try to scroll with your computer mouse, nothing happens. At least that's my observation. So specific key order would be Control, then Shift, then scroll. Doesn't matter what folder you're in. Once you get it to the size you want, you let go of that. You don't want to use this tip or trick, then use the old-fashioned way, here or in the menu. All right, I'm going to use Alt and F4 to close that because I can. I'm not running a laptop. Generally, if the F4 key is assigned to something, you may have some difficulty with using that tip. All right, so I'm currently in 130. Now, I've already confirmed this on the same machine. If I hold down the Control key, holding it down while using my computer mouse scroll wheel, I can resize the innards of this web page, but it doesn't work in Wayland. I need to use the same specific order I used in Nemo the file manager, which is Control first, then Shift, then scroll wheel. Up and down, resizing the innards. Get it to the size you want, in other words. Let go of those keys, the Control and Shift, when you get it to the size you want. Then you can scroll normally using your computer mouse scroll wheel. So what happens when I press the Shift, then Control, and then use the computer mouse scroll wheel? Absolutely nothing happens on my machine. Your keyboard behavior may be different, but that's what I'm observing on mine. So Alt and F4. Hopefully you enjoyed these simple tips. Thank you for watching.